It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Trevor Lawrence. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Cardinals and the Bears. And it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and is doing everything in his power to follow through.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Got his man, it's Deutsch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Jalen Johnson that time able to knock it away. You look at this Bears defense.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
Being chased out left. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
On play action, Lawrence.
And this one is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They shakes. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they bring this one good defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it as we resume action.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing Jones.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Yes, he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now.
Greg George, deep for Arizona.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Right back to Conner here on 1st. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So we have
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bears offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say?
And now off to the races down the right side.
DeAndre Swift.
Touchdown, Chicago.
DeAndre Swift His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Well, this is blocked. The Cardinals pick it up, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
As you tell me all the time, Brandon, mark that play down. That should be a tie game. Instead, a great job by the guys blocking it. And, boy, they've got to have a great lift going off the field.
And the further it happens in the game, and here in the second half, it just gets more magnified. They start with a give to Connor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
A third quarter now, and a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And some room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And they have to try and move past that pick 6, because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Now a 2nd and 10.
Connor up the middle. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He's got Harrison left side complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Steps away to his left.
Down the left sideline.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Forced out to his left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Pass complete there to Harrison. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Throwing now, Lawrence.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harrison. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Now 1st and goal. Lawrence.
Dancing to his left. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. To throw is Jones.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.